Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Elizabeth and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a community of people that love stationery and planning and doing things creatively. And if that sounds like it's up your alley, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Today is going to be a sweet video, I think, because I have been kind of thinking about what my next creative list would be. And one thing that has really stood out to me over the month of July with my daughter is her love of music and the frequency in which specific songs I have to sing to her every night and songs that she must listen to in the car. And so I thought it would be fun to just write down basically Esther's playlist for July. So songs that are in my home ad nauseum every day, all day. And this will be really fun to flip through. I know that for the most part, my creative listing journal at this point has been just about me because it was my birthday in June when I was getting this started. And so all of the currently related layouts were about me, but there are other things in my life than myself, like my toddler, and music is so important in my family. I grew up singing. My whole family loved to sing, like would make random songs while doing random things. And so I thought a really just nice moment capturing for now, this month, what are the songs that are currently being sung in my house? So that is what we're going to do today. And hopefully you'll get some ideas for your creative lists. I am using an Archer and Olive A5 notebook, and it is that really pretty lotus flower one from the self-care box. I have several different materials here, stamps, and these stamps are Layo by Mail. I am an affiliate for her. And so if you do decide to shop anything from Layo by Mail, if these stamps call out to you or you just want to see what her website is all about, make sure you use the code JOYFUL10 at checkout. That'll save you 10% off of her purchase, or that will save you 10% off of your purchase on her website. So yeah, Joyful10, and we'll go through the stamps. Actually, let's just do that right now. The first stamp set I grabbed was Glimmers 2. This is brand new from her July 2025 release, so I'm excited to get into this one. I also have, did I grab all new ones? No, this is from 2023. The next one I have is music themed. This is Icons Music, and I just thought it would be cute to like smatter some icons around the page. Then I grabbed Documenting the Details. This actually, hold on. Let me actually do this a little bit better for you guys. Hold on. Zoom in. Let's do this officially. I'm going to pull stamps from Glimmers 2. This is Glimmers 2. Documenting the Details. I like this Bits and Pieces of Joy one, but then I also like A Peek into My World. I feel like that could be appropriate for this layout. Then the music icons. This one is, put it this way. This is Icons Music. And then lastly, well, I will need some alphas, but this is from 2023. This is the About Last Month from 2023. And I thought it would be cute to put like Esther's July and then playlist underneath. And I just like that the abbreviation for July has a line underneath it, so it adds a little bit of structure there. So at minimum, we'll grab at least one stamp from each of these sets. And then different for me today, I grabbed a Planning Things sticker book. This is plain rainbow pastel boxes. All of these are different shapes of pastel colored boxes. And I haven't decided yet if I want the songs to be in a shape or if I just want to use these like for my header at the top. I think I'm going to start with using them as a header, and then just depending on how much color I feel like we need on the rest of the page, I might do some writing on there. And if I can move quickly enough, I would like to actually populate my list. I have had several videos at this point where, I guess we can stay zoomed in, where I have made the page and then I've filled it out later and done like a reel or a short form video with me populating it. If I have to do that, I will, but ideally we can get this all filled in today. Now, one of the things I've really been enjoying with the Archer and Olive page just to get it set up is actually framing it out. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like the open page is a little bit too much for me and I want to kind of bring it back in. So let me grab this guy. I've been using this a lot lately. This is a centering ruler from Layout by Mail. I like it because it's very long. And if you're working in an A5 journal, A5 notebook, and you're working across a page, you might want to be able to go all the way across when you are drawing your lines. I was pretty consistently, and I'm still using this guy, using my Archer and Olive B5 stencil. I love that it's got like the shapes in it, and I do like the size, the B5 size in the A5 when I'm working on one page. I also really like this size in a B6 journal, but with the A5 going across the page, I really like this longer one because it's a 12-inch ruler from Layout by Mail and it's wider. So I have like plenty of, you know, real estate to put my hands and my fingers on. So I'm going to use this centering ruler, and yeah, just like the stamps, like anything on her website, 10% off with the Joyful 10, including the ruler and like this pencil board, which we're going to be using today. Like all tools also are included in that discount code. So what I'm going to do is, I'm always trying to figure out, do I want to use a darker or like a thicker inked pen, or what am I trying to say? A thicker nib or thinner. I'm going to start with, I'm going to use this 0.3 from Uniball. This is the Unipin. And I'm going to use this to frame out the whole thing. I just think it gives a more finished look. So see how I can just kind of like teeter-totter over and go the rest of the way if I want to, which I am. I'm going to go all the way across, just following the dots. Missed a beat there. I don't know what it is. It just is a nice finishing effect here. And yeah, see how you can, let me pull this guy back out. See how this ruler just nicely overshoots the page? I like that. I just feel like it's really sturdy. So this has become my go-to ruler. Oh, I did want to share with you a couple of follow-up things from my video from last Friday about the idea books, the Layout by Mail idea books. There were a couple of things I got wrong. And not got wrong, but, well, yeah, I got wrong. And Leo was so kind as to explain to me some of the things. So I wanted to make sure that I gave an edit. In the idea books from Layout by Mail, I said that the timestamps on each project were representative of the amount of time the project takes. That was incorrect. The times in the idea books are actually the marker or the timestamp when the actual like planning video begins, when the creative listing video begins. And that is because Lael is like me, like when she's doing her, well, hers are live, but she usually does a welcome to everybody and kind of is in the chat, chatting with people. And so there is, you know, a few minutes delay in actually getting the project started. So she gives you the timestamps. If you don't want to see that chatter at the beginning, you can just skip right ahead. And then the interactive component, there was like a little icon about things being interactive. When you buy the idea book on the website, you get a physical copy, but you also get a digital copy. And the digital version has a clickable link on it, and that's what is interactive. So hopefully that clears up some of the things about the idea books that I got wrong in my explanation last week. Okay, so I thought it would be very cute to do a mix of shapes up across the top, which I would use for, oh, my husband's about to come in. Give me just a second. Come on in, babe. I'm filming, yeah. Say hello.
Hi.
Do you have men's group tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to check on that. Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the rest of the day off because I got nothing. I got all my stuff for tomorrow finished. So
Okay.
I might just work all day tomorrow.
Cool beans.
At home.
Okay. When are you leaving today? For like
4:45.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, babe. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so we share an office in the backyard, so he had to pop in. Sorry about that. We're really living life here, France. Okay, so my thought was to use these shapes to like have a fun way to spell out Esther's name. So it would be Esther's playlist, and I want to get the month in because who knows, this might be a list that I want to duplicate in future months. And by having, and do I want it in rainbow? So ESTHER. So we need 6. Excuse me. We need 6 stickers. Do we want to like maybe not do any pinks? We could do like orange, yellow, blue, green. And then do we want to mix and match shapes? That could be kind of fun. Let's do it. Let's mix and match shapes. And I'm going to start with a big shape. Although those circles are pretty darn large. Maybe we do, and I'll do stitching on them just to make them pop a little bit more because I think that looks cool. I also like the look of the color going over the frame, like things coming out of the frame. So I'm going to be okay with that. And if we did a hexagon, let's do, I'm not going to do pinks and purples. I want to go in rainbow order, but without the pinks and purples. So let's do a circle. I want to maintain the look of the shape. So ES, and then should we do a square next? EST. And I'm going to do one of these boxes vertically for the shape of the T. That's a big T. Ooh, what size font do we want to use? Because I am going to use stamps. I guess we could use the Reggie Alphas because the Reggie, well, or we could use the Timmy. Let's use Timmy. Ooh, or we could mix and match. EST. I think we got to go with this bigger one. So E, and I'm going to go kind of back and forth if I can. So EST. And then let's jump to green in hexagon. I think that'll look cute. EST. I'm trying to be better about like really thinking about a spread before diving into it, so I'm not too all over the place. So I do have a little bit of an idea of what I want here. Let's go that way. ESTH. An E and an R. So we want should we do like a blue and a gray? ESTH. E and R. Let's do E. And I do want to go want to go there. I know we're going to go over the seam, but I could just pretty easily cut it. Or do I try to get it? I also don't like that. Let's see if I can lift these up. I like to go back and forth with my shape. Let's go that way. All right, we're going to do that, and then I'm just going to cut that circle. ESTHE. And then let's do a box for the R in that kind of gray tone. Like this one. And do we want it to be narrow? It's kind of narrow. I think that's too narrow. Let's use the next size up. So this is going to spell out Esther. We're going to do it. And I want to grab a slice tool. I should have grabbed in advance here. Let me grab a few things while I'm leaning over. Okay. Tools I like to keep: a slicing tool, a bone, some scissors, and tweezers. Those are essential tools for me. I need to do an essential tools video soon. It's been a couple years since I've done that. It's pretty much the same tools, but I know a lot of folks are still new here. So Esther, oh, are we going to do like a little S? E-S-T-H-E-R, like an apostrophe S. If we're going to do an apostrophe S, let's do like a little circle or a little, oh, let's do a little purple. Like a little one, a little baby one. Okay, Esther's. And then I want to do the month, and let's just go ahead and do it. I think once we start laying down some ink, we'll know what we're working with here. So pencil board, essential. If you are stamping in an Arch and Olive notebook, buy a Lael by Mail pencil board. It is a thick acrylic board that gives you a nice flat surface between the pages to do your stamping. So this is going to be Esther's, and then I wonder, actually, if I do this here, then I could do playlist underneath, or do I do it here and then do playlist here? But then we've got like some weird margin here. I want playlist to be underneath the line. Even though this is nice, I want playlist under the line. I could just do it here. I guess I'll put it here. I'll just put it there. And hope I don't regret it. At the end of the day, I'm sure it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I'm going to find a block. We'll just use this guy. Try to get lined up. Whenever possible, get acrylic blocks that have the grid on them because they are helpful in lining things up. I still end up stamping crooked all the time, but yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, you guys ready? I'm going to ink this up. I'm using the Versified black, which is the black I always go back to. I just think it's really nice. Nice and rich. And on these photopolymer stamps give me a super crisp impression. Although I did just get a bunch of the oxides in the smaller version. Tim Holtz just came out with the minis of the oxides, so I will have those to play with soon. Lay that guy down, press firmly on that pencil board, don't rock it, lift it up. Oh, perfection. And I love the black with the rainbow. I think it looks really pretty. I'm going to show you how to make that rainbow, you know, not be so clashy with that black ink in just a second. I had been mentioning in previous videos, I was so overdue to clean and add water back to my little blue chamois thing. I'd been using baby wipes for the longest time. Esther is ready for potty training and I have so many baby wipes, so I still might use them for my stamps, but I will say that one of these blue, oh gosh, what are these called? Little chamois guys are so good. They stay moist if you keep them in a little container like this. They stay moist for a long time. You just do a nice like press and then look how like clear that got that off. So really good way. If you do not have toddlers in the home and you don't have baby wipes, get a roll of the blue stuff. What is it called? I think Lael might also sell it on our website. But I did, let me see if I can find my, this guy. Comes in a tube like this. You can cut it down to size. And yeah, it is really awesome for cleaning stamps. So now I need to keep it wet and just keep it off to the side. So we've just finished the July. Let's go backwards and add some formatting to the pastel boxes. Or actually, you know what? No, let's do our letters first because I want to make sure the letters fit and then we'll do our dashes. So I need to pick my font. So I have the Timmy Alpha. I do have the smaller Reggie. Which would fit quite nicely. I could also, if I wanted to mix and match fonts or like types, I have Reggie in the solid and the outline, and I could mix uppercase, lowercase, solid, and lined. Let's do that. So we're going to use the Reggie stamps for spelling out Esther, and I'm just going to alternate what I use, and hopefully, yeah, it'll look cool, kind of having the mixed alpha look. I'm going to switch over to one of these guys. This is a stamping tool or acrylic block that is cylindrical, and it's a little bit smaller. It's easier to hold on to, and it's a perfect fit for the Reggie Alphas. Lael has, hold on. Ugh. She does them in 2 different sizes. The bigger one is great for alphas because it's still small enough, but like, yeah, it's a perfect fit. So I'm going to use that guy for spelling out Esther. Try to tidy up as I go. And I think I want to start with a lowercase e, and I want it to be solid. And I am going to do this with black so it pops well on the colored lips. So, and then we'll see how quickly and easy it is to clean these with that blue sham. Okay, so pencil board has been moved. And I'm not even going to stand up for this. So we're going to go here. And then watch, I can just pull this guy over, go yoink, 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 yoink. Look at that. Isn't that cool? There's the only thing on here is water, and it just comes off so nicely. So we've done E in the solid. So let's do S in, let's do uppercase S, just to change things up. So uppercase S. And the E, we went kind of cockeyed to the left. So we'll go, I need to kind of get stuff out of the way here. We'll go to the right with S. Right there, little off kilter, but this is why we want to do this first before we add the stitches, because then we know exactly how much space we have. Look how clean that gets it. That one, you might have a little bit extra from the crevasse, but that's okay. So we did lowercase solid, uppercase line. Now I'm going to do uppercase solid, E-S-T. This is a really nice set. With a lot of Lael stamps, you can get them individually or you can get them bundled. I would recommend with the Reggie, get both, because you can mix and match and yet they still be coordinated. You can also use them both for one letter. So if I wanted to have this be purple on the inside, I could take the solid S and stamp it with purple. You'd want to do the solid first and then the line on top, but you get my gist. Like you can mix and match really easily. So let's do an uppercase T. And even though the box is going that way, I don't want the S going in the same direction. Oh, this is going to throw things off though. It's okay. We're just going to do it like that. that. I needed a little bit more ink on. I'm not going to re-ink it and stamp it again because I'm more likely to have some like doubling up shadowing, like not being able to get it exactly on top. So whenever it's not enough ink when I do the impression, especially on smaller areas like this, I'll just take a black pen and define the lines a little bit better manually. Now we need an H, so I'm going to do a lowercase lined H. While I'm doing this, how are you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day. I'm super pumped to be doing some creative stuff right now. I've been thinking a lot about upcoming life stuff, like H, we need an E. We need an uppercase E in solid. Yeah, just, I feel like teachers are going to hate me when I say this, but I feel like fall is around the corner and like new routines starting back up. I don't know why, like we're still in July, but I feel like it's September around the corner. So just thinking about what rhythms I want to get into and really feeling like my life as a parent is shifting to really value that academic calendar. I've always worked on an academic calendar because I worked in higher ed for almost 20 years. Okay, this is going to be a little bit hard. I think I can get this all on the pencil board. So, you know, my busy schedule with work when I worked outside the home was on an academic calendar in higher ed. And then it kind of changed a little bit, becoming self-employed. And now with a daughter with, you know, more activities and stuff, I'm starting to really feel, what do we want? Oh no. Nope. We wanted this to be, wait, what did I do wrong here? Lower, upper, lower. We wanted this to be a lower solid E. Hold on. Is it enough for me to want to change it? I kind of think so, because this is a really big box and I want that to be, let's see if we can lift it up. I want that to be an uppercase. Well, that has to be uppercase. What am I missing? Oh, it had to be, did I do that right? Upper, lower, solid. But then that's my brain. Oh, because I did these together, guys. Two uppers. Okay, so then it's got to be like that. We'll leave it like that. But maybe we'll do an upper R and a little S. That's what we'll do. And I'm not going to change the box. What was I talking about? Yeah, so just as I know that we're in July, but I'm thinking about fall. I'm thinking about when Esther gets back to her regular daycare routine and, you know, potty training stuff. I'm already feeling like we're just moving into a new season of life. Hold on a second. I can't talk and figure out what I'm doing at the same time. What am I doing? I'm going to do an uppercase outlined R. Uppercase outline R. And my husband and I have started having conversations about just how we'd really like to get into a single family home. And that conversation, of course, brings about like, all right, assessing where we're at and where we're at financially and, you know, what sorts of things we're, you know, kind of activities we're doing for Esther and where we want to be located. And she's not ready for school yet, but like if we were to buy a single family home, we need to start thinking about school districts because, you know, we have to figure out education for her in the future. And there's like all these little details. And yeah, we're just kind of moving into a period of like reassessing or like checking in with life and where we're at and what we want out of it. And yeah, so if you don't know this, my husband and I, we purchased a duplex as our first home. Smartest thing we ever did. While everybody our age was buying single family dream homes, we thought we couldn't afford that, first of all, but we thought, you know what, let's buy a fixer upper duplex where we could live on one side. And what do I need? I need an S. And we could rent out the other side, and the other side would cover a good portion of our mortgage, if not all of it. And it has been such a blessing. There's like no doubt in my mind that God had this home for us. It is in a wonderful neighborhood, and it's just provided it's just met a lot of our needs. And like when I was pregnant, we knew we needed more space. And so my husband built this office in our backyard. We've really kind of made it a home. And there's so many things we love about it, but we are definitely outgrowing it space-wise. And I think I did my S upside down. But you know what? That's okay. I think it kind of looks cute. So, one of the things that we were thinking about is, okay, like what would moving look like? Where would we go? What can we afford? We need to start saving. Bonus thing to these Reggie stamps, and probably a lot of Lael's alphas, is she does give you some punctuation. So this is like a little dash, but we're going to use it like a apostrophe. If I can figure out. I'm going to put it with the R since there's not that much room with the S. So yeah, just lots of conversations lately. And this is something we were well aware of when I quit my career, stepped out of the traditional workforce. It was going to change like our income when it comes to applying for loans and stuff, like home loans. And that's something we have to kind of figure out. Like, what do I do for a living now? Well, I'm self-employed. I do contract work. And the amount changes every month. Like, you guys help when you shop with my affiliate links and discount codes and stuff. When you choose to use my link over somebody else's, like that is how I contribute to our family. And that is how we have to figure out, like, yeah, how we're going to be able to afford a home. If we want to move out of the duplex and move into a single family home. So we've got just all of these kind of little conversations we're having these days about just where we're at in this season and with Esther growing up and where we want to be. And so, yeah, it's just an interesting time to be in. I'm just kind of filling in anything I didn't ink properly. I've had this ink pad for quite a while, so it is possible that it's starting to dry out a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of fill this in. But I am honestly very excited for fall. I live in Central Texas, so it's hot in the summer and I hate the heat. Hate it so much. And so playlist. What font for playlist? So I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for warmer days. And this is a fun font. I do really like the olive font. It's very clean. This might be the winner. But can we, P-L-A-Y, play L-I-S-T, 8. Can I fit 8 letters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we do the smaller. Let's do the smaller. And just for the sake of time, I wonder if I could get it all. Can I get it all in one block? Let's try to get it all on one block. So yeah, it's just, we're in an interesting time. And so when I'm not, make sure that when you're laying down a word, when you're doing multiple stamps, you do it in reverse. Otherwise, it's going to be all backwards. So I'm just going to spell out playlist here. And it's okay if it's not perfect. I need my Archer and Olive block, actually. Archer and Olive block that was in the summer box is nice because the grid is actually a grid match for the for their notebooks. And it's a much finer grid. So what was I saying? I cannot talk and do this at the same time. My goodness. The creative, planning is pretty easy for me to talk and plan, but this is definitely a little bit harder. All right, and these are definitely going to be crooked, but that's okay. So, have I completed my thought? I'm excited about this season. I'm excited for cooler weather. I'm excited to get back into a routine. I never understood summer and the transition from summer to fall with families until I became a family member with a child. There really is something feels different in the summer when, okay, so we're going to have to duplicate the L play. So we'll have to do playlist separate because we don't have two L's. So we'll do play, play. We'll do it here. Yeah, I'm excited. Summer definitely kind of throws things for a loop. Like Esther has summer programming, like daycare programming part-time, but it's not where she's usually at. And so it just feels different. The commute is different. So the rhythm just feels different in the summer. So I'm really looking forward to her being back at her normal place in the fall. And then Josh and I are going to be just, I don't know, doing a deep dive into our finances and like kind of figuring out how much can we save, what are some other opportunities that I can jump into to increase what I can contribute to the family. To be clear though, I said this like so clearly to Josh, I'm like, I am not going back to higher ed. I'm not doing it. Not for a house. Like I love where we live. I have no issues with where we live. All we're lacking is space. Everything else I love about this place. So if it means I need to declutter more and maybe we just need to refresh some things around the house, fine. But like, I'm not going back so that we can live in a single family home. And I don't want to be house poor. We were very strategic in purchasing a duplex instead of a single family home. And so that mentality will, transfer. Did you guys see what I was doing? Probably not. I was spelling out list. That will translate over to considerations with purchasing. And one of the things, like, I can't at this season of my life, like, go back to traditional work with a 2.5-year-old. So yeah, we'll have to figure it out in the coming months, come up with a strategy. Playlist. I like that simple font. I think it looks super pretty. Okay. Now, what I like about creative listing versus like memory keeping and journaling is you don't have to write very much if you don't want to. I say this in every video just in case somebody missed it or this is your first time here, but creative listing is just a great way to memory keep, to journal in a way that is more, at least for how I'm doing it, way more decorative and playful and fun with as much or as little actual writing and writing journaling as I want, which is helpful for people who have hand issues, who don't have full mobility of their hands or carpal tunnel or arthritis. It's just sometimes you want to memory keep or like capture a moment in time, but you don't want to have to write full sentences and paragraphs and stuff. So that's why I'm spending more time getting this kind of set up decoratively, and then and filling it in with the fun stuff. And then I won't feel a ton of pressure to, you know, write a bunch. All I want to do with this spread is write down songs that we're singing, maybe the context in which we sing them. That would work too. So what I'm going to do now, just to make this pop, I'm going to add some stitching to each shape. And depending on how that looks, I might also outline the shapes. I've done this several times in my planner, so if you've been around a while, this is not going to be a new idea to you. But with functional shape stickers like this, I just think they look better with a little bit more structure. And so I am happy to add the structure. And you can see here, like, why I wanted to get the letters stamped down first. It lets me see how much space I have for the dashes themselves. And I do think I want to outline the shapes. I think it's going to help a lot more. And I'm visually looking at this as the dashes being actually part of the shape. So they're not going to follow the shape of the sticker that's layered on top of it. It's only on the sticker that's revealed on the page. So anything that's covered up will not get a dash. And then it'll finish up nicely when we frame the whole thing. But these are like little touches with stickers that make a spread look cool. You don't have to do it, but it's little touches like this that take a sticker from being just okay, like a box sticker or a circle or a hexagon, and kind of transforms it. See how like more whimsical adding stitching, you know, made these shapes. I am going to now, hope I don't make too big of a mess here, but I'm going to outline my shapes, because I do think this will help them. These are easier to outline than other sticker shapes from other companies, because the Planny Thing sticker books, the paper stickers are on a thicker sticker material. So these are raised higher up on the page than a typical sticker shape like the boxes and shapes from Mojo Jojo Plans. That gives me a little bit of a lip that I'm butting up against. That helps kind of keep me on target. You still have to be careful, but it's much easier to outline these than to outline paper stickers, traditional paper stickers. These are more like cardstock stickers. They feel a little bit more like die cuts, I guess you could say. And I don't know if I said this, but if you like this sticker book, I also have, I don't know if she still has these available, but I also have it in like autumn colorways. So maybe I'll do like the same exact spread for a fall month. Maybe I'll do this quarterly and I can like switch out to these colors. But I am an affiliate for her as well. So Joyful10 is the discount code for 10% off at Planny Thing. That is Amber's shop, and she is located in the Netherlands. All right, I need to move a little bit more quickly because I just saw that we have been going for 45 minutes. 45 minutes, and all I have are some stickers and stamps. You absolutely can do this more efficiently than me if you are not filming. And I'm kind of making this up as I go. So hopefully, you know, if it takes me an hour and a half to do this, once you have the inspiration, you can do this yourself in a fraction of the time. Now I'm getting sloppy and overlining it. I need to be careful here. I always want you guys to feel inspired to try stuff like this. So if you do, please, 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 like, take these ideas and do them yourself. If you want to copy me 100%, copy me 100%. Just if you put it on social media, tag me so that people know it was inspired by one of my ideas. I'm big on that. Like, make sure you note who you were inspired by. And if you tag me and I see it, I can reshare it too in my stories, which is fun to do. Okay, so can you guys see like how big of a difference that made? It's so pretty. It's such a subtle thing. Now, how do I want to do my songs? I think what might be easiest is to, oh, and then I have these stamps I wanted to add. I think I want to add these kind of, oh, you know what we could do? Oh, it doesn't fit. I was thinking the music definition could be there, but I could just put it down here. So now I have to decide, how do I want to add more color to the rest of this? Do I want to like buff on colors and do the songs, just write the songs out, and keep the stamps in black? I tend to lean towards black exclusively when it comes to stamps because I like adding color in other ways. I think I just want to I want to do black stamps. Let's just start filling this in because I want to stamp these on these. Hold on, this is where I mean, I could pick it to my world. I want to add more color, but I'm not sure. I think I want to stamp directly onto the page. I think I keep changing my mind on what I want to do here. I would much rather lay the decorative stamps down and write around it. I think that is going to be the most important thing. And what I could do if I want to add more color, instead of like, I was thinking maybe I'd buff on some ink, I could use colored pens to write out the songs. So all of the stamps are in black and then the songs are in color. I need to stop talking. Let's just start laying more stamps down. Let's just do it. I don't think I'll regret it. I always kind of make it come together in the end, you know. It always comes together in the end. So I'm going to do the Bits and Pieces of Joy stamp. Excited to see this one. This one is from Documenting the Details. And I'm just going to slam it right here in the corner. That's so cute. I'm going to need this guy closer to me for cleaning. So we have Bits and Pieces of Joy. And I love the mix of fonts here. Let's see, what else do we want? Oh, a peek into my world was one that I wanted to use. So let's use a peek into my world. We're still focused on the Documenting the Details set. So we'll do a peek into my world. And then you guys, as I fill this out, you guys get to hear the songs that we are singing in our house. A peek into my world. I'm just going to put this right here. Just playful stamps all over, and then we will supplement with the songs. So peek into my world, and And any more from documenting the details. This made me smile. That's a cute one. Let's do that. Well, actually, wait, because this one has more. This put a smile on my face. Oh, that one's cute. Joy in the ordinary. I like that. Tiny treasures. One little, enjoying the little things. I'm going to do enjoying the little things. Let's go ahead and lay this down while I'm thinking. Wait, no. Let's finish the documenting the details before we jump. I just need to joy in the ordinary. This put a smile on my face. I kind of like the round one. We'll use the round one. Although I think the font on the other one from Glimmers 2 is a really fun font. Let's do This Made Me Smile. And then maybe if I'm feeling like writing a little bit more, I can put an explanation for a song that made me smile. And I think just for the sake of time, I'm not going to be able to populate this in this video. We'll have to see once I've laid down all of the black stamps how much time we have left. Okay, so these 3 stamps we used from documenting the details. That's a good one. Man, her stamps are so good. I genuinely appreciate the quality of her stamps. They're fabulous. Okay, so now we're going to go to Glimmers 2, and I want to do Enjoying the Little Things. And I love the hold on to this. Let's do hold on to this first. Make sure my pencil board is lined up. I think the pens that would be fun here would be the Matte Hop gel pens because they're super juicy. But I could also use like acrylic paint pens. Hold on to this. I think I have some ink on my fingers. I can see some residual. But see how I'm just kind of throwing all the deco down, and then, you know, if I want to write more, just do less stamps. If I want to write less, do more stamps. Next, we're doing Enjoying the Little Things. This I want to be pretty straight. Do this down in the corner. Make sure you keep adjusting your pencil board. Cute. Like that. So enjoying the little things. This makes it so easy to clean your stamps as you go. Love that. Hold on to this. Joy in the, I like the joy in the ordinary. Well, we already have joy, the word joy there. A day brightener. Let's hold off on phrases. So let's set that guy aside. Now we have our additional icons, music icons. And, you know, I think I'm going to make this a super simple spread. We're going to do stamps exclusively in black. And I am going to write the songs and stuff with colored pen. I very rarely use colored pen in decorative things. I don't know, I like black, you guys. I can't help it. But I do think it'll look nice to kind of balance that up at the top. So I'm going to go with my musical icons now. And I'm just going to add a bunch of icons in random places. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. This is I swatched these icons, but I have not done them in a project yet. How cute is that? Love that. Love it, love it. I think we should use all of them. So she gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 icons. Some of these I might want to repeat, like these musical notes. Let's repeat the musical notes in random places. That's fun. We can basically see this as like texture. So do it right there. And see if I can get one like right here. So we're just kind of filling in. We'll do 3 of the musical notes because I like those. Where do we do this? Do it like right here. Can I fit this? See, what's cool is I'm looking above. I feel like I can get it to fit, but I'm a little too scared, so we're not gonna do it. So musical notes. And let's do a microphone. Esther is definitely, she likes to be the center of attention. She's not shy. I'll just say that. See, I'm just going to randomly pop these guys down. She's not shy, but she does have moments where like she'll tuck behind us. Like she'll suddenly get shy. I'm like, girl, what are you shy about? This looks like maybe a mobile device with a musical note. Let's go with the cassette tape. For all of my fellow elder, geriatric millennials, elder millennials out there. Ooh, that's fun. Kind of want to do that one twice, but let's see how much space we have. Maybe I will just take the time to write this out while you guys are with me. We've got a boom box. Let's do a boom box. And put that right there. This is cute. I'm going to stop on the icons for now. I'm going to start writing and then we will fill it back in with more icons wherever I feel like there's a bit of a gap. Actually, maybe we'll do headphones too. Right there. Cute. Let's just go ahead and write in this. I know y'all are curious about music. What are we singing at home? I know I didn't get all the icons, but let's leave a little bit of room here. Okay, so I'm going to close up my stamps that I've used just so I can have a little bit of breathing room here. And this stuff out of the way. Because now we're going to get into the writing component. I will say, even if I'm using the blue chamois now, it is helpful to have baby wipes nearby for your hands. Let me see if I have some. I do. Hopefully these aren't all dried out. Good old Costco baby wipes. Oh, they're not. My wipes of choice. Just gonna like try to get the ink off of my fingers so that as I'm starting to get down to writing, I don't transfer ink. Okay, so the pens. Question is, where are my Matte Hop gel pens? I think they're in, let's see. Oh, and I have these creative markers. Have I talked about these on my channel yet? I know I filmed a whole reel about these. They are fabulous, you guys. Fabulous. I'm just trying to find my Matte Hop. Here they are. Okay. So, colored pens of choice for me these days. The Erin Condren felt tip pens are so good. The new ones, I have them in the kind of smoky color, like earthy color. Love those, but that is not matching the vibes of our pastel rainbow. So the other two pens that I want to take a look at that I am really, really liking are Matte Hop gel pens. These are so juicy and very pigmented, and they have a nice 1-point tip. This is a Maple and Lark activity bin. I have so many of these. These have been a game changer for me in having a mobile stationery setup between my house and the office. They hold so many tools, and I'm a big fan of those. And then these are the newest to my collection, and these are the Sharpie creative markers. There's a bullet tip option, and then there's a brush tip option. So you can see the difference here between the barrels. Pretty sure I posted this on YouTube as well, but if you're not following me on Instagram, do that, because I post short form videos, and I did do a swatch video. Actually, it is on YouTube. So if you want to see that on YouTube, you can do that. But I did post kind of a swatching of these. You can see the barrel difference. The brush tip has the change in the cap with that black dot there. So bullet tip, brush tip, and they are incredibly pigmented. They are paint pens. They're acrylic paint pens, and they are fabulous. I can link them down below if it's something that you guys are interested in. I haven't played around with this at all, but I thought these pens would work really well in Lail by Mail stamps that are like lined like this. Like this stamp right here, like you could easily fill that in if you wanted to add color. Part of me wants to like color in the icons and stuff, but I think we should stick to those being black and white, and then my writing being in color. So I need to figure out what colors are going to be. Did I do this in my other swatch book? Let me go to my swatch book and see, did I do, I wonder if I did swatches on a piece of paper for that reel, not in an actual notebook. Oh, heavens to Betsy. That means I don't have ready-made swatches available. So I'm going to grab a paper pad, Archer and Olive paper pad. These are so great because you can mimic your notebook perfectly. It's the same exact paper. And I just want to look at some of these colors. That is going to be way too bright. So I want to see if I can find colors that are a match for the, let's see how I can do this. Colors that are going to be a match for this. How's that? So this is too bright. That could be okay. It is a thicker tip, so that could be annoying. This is too dark. See how juicy these are? They are so nice. That could work. Okay, let's set that guy aside. This yellow. That might be a little too bright. Little too bright. Okay, I only have 2 so far. That I think is okay. Too dark. I know that that's going to be too dark. That could be okay. Hold on. Let's do these lighter ones that I'm more convinced of down here, just so I can see how they look. I think the brush pens from this collection are more opaque. That's too dark. Too dark. I don't want brown. Too bright. See how pigmented the brush ones are? Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Too dark though. Gray. I don't want to do gray. I think this yellow is going to be too vibrant. Oh, okay. I think we're wrapping things up. That could be okay. Oh, that's better. So let's replace our purples. So this is the darker. Let's replace it with the lighter. One gripe with these though is they don't have color names. I think all of these are going to be too much. Okay, so I think I'm happy with the colors selected if I want to go with these guys. The challenge though is they're really thick tipped, you know? And I wonder if I could do the song title and then with a thinner tip, maybe put an explanation. Let me look at the, sorry guys, I know I'm taking up precious time with colors, but such is my life right now. Yeah, I mean, these are just going to be so much easier to work with. Like that color is nice. That is too hot pink. That one could be okay. I might jam with that yellow. These have not been stored on their side, so I feel like these have kind of changed a little bit. Ooh, that's a good one. The question is, will they match if I do these ones? Need to be worked in a little bit. These are all like autumnal colors. Ugh. You know what I could do is I could lay down swatches of color from these guys and then do it in black. I'm gonna do that because I'm not like actually write them down in black. I'm not satisfied with the excuse me, the colors of the matte hop pens. Okay, you guys ready for this? we're just gonna go for it. And just see what happens. Like that. I'm just going to put a smattering of color down. And I'm going to write the song name. On the name of the song over the color. And then if I want to give an explanation for it, I can. Let's do a longer one there. I feel like my angles need to be changed up a little bit better. I do like that way. And doing this way. Trying to think. There are 4 songs she requires that I sing to her every night. There are songs that she likes in the car. And then there's the cutest song, you guys. That she's really started to get into. Let's start with this. I wish we had a good yellow. Did we not have like a lemon yellow? I thought we did. Was this one too? It's pretty vivid. It's okay. All right. Splatterings of color. Set these guys aside. Let's do one more here. I should have counted my songs first. So these are acrylic. You know what I haven't tested is the best black pen. I'm going to try an oil-based pen on this first. Over here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oil-based it is. So I'm going to use a Unipen. This is in a 3.3. All right, let's talk about the songs that Esther is super into right now. This is going to be fun. So let's start with the songs that she requires at bedtime. So the first song she requires at bedtime is Jesus Loves Me. So we're going to put Jesus Loves Me. And maybe I'll stop the video at the point that once I've done all the titles of the songs, I'll stop. And then off camera, I might add additional writing just around the page to give explanation for the different songs. So Jesus Loves Me. And then, do you know the song I Will from the Beatles? She requires that one. This is the exact order at bedtime. Jesus Loves Me, the I Will song. And that was a song that I sang to her when she was a baby. And she knows all the lyrics. That song and Great Is Thy Faithfulness, the girl knows the lyrics too, and she expects those every day. So Jesus Loves Me. And then, actually, let's do these in quotes. Jesus Loves Me. And then we'll do I Will. And yeah, I'm definitely going to want to add more writing to give explanation because I hope that in 10, 20 years, I'll remember what I will is, but just in case, like, it'd be good to know. So Jesus Loves Me, the I Will song, and then the Cares chorus. If you grew up in church in the 80s, you know the Cares chorus. It's, I cast all my cares upon you. I lay all of my burdens down at your feet. And anytime I don't know what to do, I will cast my cares upon you. So we call it the Cares chorus, or she'll ask for the burden song, which is pretty adorable. So let's do Cares chorus down here, because I think that's technically what it's called. If you don't know this, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, and so a lot of the songs that we sing are like Sunday school songs. But then I also grew up listening to like British 60s music because my mom is from England. So like the Beatles show up. And, we love musicals like Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals. The sweetest song right now, this is not related to the 4 songs at nighttime, but in The Sound of Music, there's the song that the children sing at the party where they're saying goodbye, right? And then there's a reprise of it at the very end when they're putting on the show to everybody in Austria. And Esther, I think I sang this to her once as a joke because Esther was sliding her bum up the stairs to get to her room. And I started singing, "The sun has gone to bed and so must I." And so I sang that to her. And for whatever reason, she has really attached to that song going to bed. The sun has gone to bed and so must I. And so that song, I guess, So Long Farewell, I guess we can put that down. But we have to play, it's like she's so into that song that we have to play that part of the movie over and over again. It's like, I want to sing, The sun has gone to bed and so must I. It's so cute. So where would I put, I guess I could put Sound of Music. Or what, how do they, what is that? The sound, So Long Farewell. Yeah, it's So Long Farewell. So I'm going to put here, So Long Farewell. And I'm definitely going to want to add specifically the girl going up the stairs. Like I want to, actually give some context for this on the page. Okay, going back to the 4 songs. Jesus Loves Me, then we sing the I Will song, then we sing the Cares chorus, and then the last song we sing is a song that my mom made up that is, we call it Esther's song, but my mom is really good at rhymes and stuff. She's clever, and so she made up lyrics to the song of Edelweiss from Sound of Music, but about like Esther going to sleep. So we're gonna put Esther's song. Esther's song. And in parentheses, I'm going to put Edelweiss because that is the tune of the song. Hope I do this right. I'm pretty sure it's a W, Edelweiss. So Esther's song. Other songs that she really is loving these days. She really loves the Good News Guys. These are these 2 dads in like middle America who have recreated like Sunday school songs from our childhood. I think they did this during COVID when kids were locked down, and they do like children's programming on YouTube, and they've done a ton of songs that like I grew up with, but with their voices and with their style. And she calls this song Joshua. She calls it Joshua. And it's actually Joshua fought the Battle of Jericho. And she's like, I want to listen to Joshua. But what they're singing is Joshua fought, but she can only say Joshua. Joshua. She wants the Joshua song. So I'm going to put Joshua. Actually, I'll put Joshua. Joshua. And I will give an explanation for that. Other songs. She loves singing Happy Birthday. I don't know if I want to put that one down there though. Let me think. Other songs. I might have to spend some time thinking about this. And as things come up over the next day or two, I'll be like, oh yeah, she likes singing that too. So I think I'm going to call it good for now. I will add more songs. Oh my gosh. Big one. Again, it's a Christian song. But there's this song that's sung very wacky about the fruits of the Spirit. And she loves it. And it is such an annoying song. But she loves it. So I'm going to put fruits of the Spirit. So fruits of the Spirit. She's also very much into the theme songs from Bluey and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, lest you think that everything that she listens to is religious. Trust me, it's not. But these are just the songs. I love that these have kind of settled into her heart because they are uplifting and wholesome, and they connect her to her creator, whether or not she knows that or not. So I appreciate that the songs that have really kind of stuck with her are the ones that are faith-based. But yeah, she definitely loves other things. So I might just put Bluey and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse themes. We'll just do it that way. I'm going to call it good for this for now because I do need to spend more time adding more songs, and then I want to fill in the context in which we sing these songs with Esther. So that's just going to have to be something that I do on my own. But I do think, I feel comfortable sharing this on social media, so I will probably post pictures when it's done over on Instagram. So make sure that you are following me over there. Do I want to add a date? I think I do. Let's go ahead and add a date up here. You know what I kind of want to do is add some color around the outside frame. Should we do that really fast? Hold on, friends. Just when you think we're done. I kind of want to add some color. Let me show you what I mean. I mean, I've got these pens here, you know? So let's just do it. I'm just going to do it in randomness. Actually, I should just mix and match colors. Do alls yellows, then add alls of the other colors. Yep, we're going to do this. Because, hopefully I'm not making a mess on the other pages. But once I start adding the black pen explanations, it will start to like blacken it back up a bit. So let's just have some fun here for a second. I'm leaving some white spots too, because why not? And I'm gonna vary my spacing and stuff. Try to stay away from that black line though, because I think that looks nice. Sometimes I just have a random idea and I want to see it played out. And I'm kind of loving this right now. Just make sure you do it as random as possible. Ooh! Cute. Would you have known this was an afterthought if you didn't watch this? No, you would have thought all of it was on purpose. Oh, that's so fun! Okay, guys, if you made it to the end and you saw this part, what do you think? I think this is cute. Sometimes more is more, friends. Oh my gosh, kind of loving this a lot. If you're still with me, I would love to hear what are some songs that you remember your 2.5-year-old or 3-year-old or however you're old, specifically toddler age, I guess. Like, what are some songs that you remember fondly that your child really enjoyed listening to? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you guys listen to. Okay. What do you think of that? Well, that was fun. Kind of added just a little extra something onto the page. And then when I add more black writing for explanations for each of the songs, it'll still look colorful because of all the extra colors I added. All right. I think that's all. I think that's all I have. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Let me know what songs you listen to with your toddler, and come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. That's where you can see the final product of this. And if you want to hang out with me again, I sure hope that you do. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I try to do creative videos like this once a week. I'm trying to increase that once a week. Otherwise, I do unboxing videos. I do planner review, lots of planner reviews, stationery hauls and reviews, like new product reviews, stuff like that. So I'm trying to do a nice mix of creative play with also bringing new products to you guys so you can decide what you do and don't want to purchase out there. Until next time, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. Make a playlist, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.